Short jumper off the mark. Trae Young sets him up, throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. 3 for 4. Good start.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Trae Young. Shot won't go. Redick with it. Shot clock off as they look for a go-ahead bucket. Down a point. Snared by Embiid. From 18 feet at the buzzer and strokes it. One quarter down in this deciding Game 7. We're back with more. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Simmons with it. His team up by 1. The pass set it all up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons down low for Harris. Won't go down. To Kevin Huerter. Trae Young. To Kevin Huerter from long range. Huerter can't connect that time. Here's Simmons with it up top. 14-13 our score. It's a 1-point game. To Kevin Huerter. Tosses. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Kevin Huerter. Trae Young. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Goes to the left side. And scores. Strong take.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Simmons with it. Leads 1. You've got to get that one to go.
Oh, he sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Harris. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Butler to Redick. Missed a wide open look. It's the Hawks with the basketball. Fires the 3. Trae Young able to knock it down. Tough shot with the hand in his face.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time. Harris
to Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Butler to bring it up. Under a minute to go before halftime. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day, that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Gets it in the right corner to Embiid. Can't connect from inside. Sixers able to clear the rebound. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our...
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Trae Young, now a steal by Philly.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
Turns and slams it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Hey, double screen.
Trae Young. Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's now 4 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
In the front court comes Simmons. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Harris, deep right corner. Redick. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
Sixers control it. Simmons to Redick. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
I don't think these kind of shots are tough for Trae Young. You see, he's always been the smallest guy on the court, so he's had to finish through the trees. He's a lot tougher than he gets credit for.
Butler into the front court. Lead is 2. Alex Len, huge block. That's his 3rd block this evening. Alex Len with a piece. 4th this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I think the defender had absolutely 0 chance on that play.
Trae Young lobs it up, flushes down the slam. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
It's Atlanta ball. Trae Young. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Harris, terrific vision. Jimmy Butler, he's 3 for 7.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Trae Young. Shot from the lane won't go. Sixers have the basketball, and too much contact.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. The follow won't go either. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
And the free throw is good. 3 points on that trip. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Hawks with the lead. This has been a battle thus far. A one-point game as we get things back going here in the fourth. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Beyond the arc for 3. Trae Young bothered just enough there.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Wide open look won't go. To Trae Young. And stuffs it home.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Screen coming. Trae Young. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Simmons into the front court. His group now down 2. Rebounds taken in by Atlanta. Here's Atlanta. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Trae Young is going to get a chance at 3 here. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it. Second of 3, got it. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Simmons with it. The deficit now up to 5. Cruises inside for 2.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
4-3. Buries it.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Whoa, gets to the rim and they'll count the basket. 2 steps or 5 steps. I don't know, Jay. It looked good.
Ed, did you see that in transition? Don't 1-2 ooh-wee on him.
Ooh-wee. Oh, it's good. To Butler. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Ah, the monster stuff.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Here's Simmons with it up top. The deficit is 6. Working hard on the glass. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
To Tobias Harris. Alex Len tips it. Ooh, 5 now.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And gets both to drop at the line. To Trae Young. Butler to bring it up. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Jimmy Butler, he's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2. Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Time to shuffle things up. Deep 3 at the buzzer. The Hawks are victorious. They stand alone atop the Eastern Conference on their way to the NBA Finals. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
The Hawks have won the Eastern Conference Finals. Now it's time for them to set their sights on the
player of the game.
Young gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.